Good morning and happy Monday. Welcome to another great edition of Coffee and Coaching. Grab your coffee, Jessica Dengler. I know you have your cup. And let's get started. So, today I'm going to burst your bubble. So, brace yourselves. Today's topic is called practice versus perfection. And I'm going to burst your bubble because I'm going to tell you something that maybe you know or maybe you don't know. There is no such thing as perfection. Yes, I said it. I'll repeat it. There is no such thing as perfection. Okay? Perfection doesn't exist. If you think about a lot of the terms that we use just in everyday life, a law practice, practicing medicine, practicing yoga, we use those terms on a regular basis, but we don't actually really think about what they mean. When you talk about practicing law, I don't think you ever really perfect that. I don't think you ever really perfect, if you're a physician, medicine. You're always learning. You're always getting better, especially when you do something over and over and over again. So, is it a bad thing that we can't achieve perfection? I don't think so. I think it keeps us striving for more and always to improve on what we're doing, and just keep reaching for that next level. So some of the terms that people use that I think kind of falls under that perfection is always and never. And I always like to take those words completely out of my vocabulary. And when I'm talking with clients and I hear them use the term "but I never" or I'm always finding myself doing this. I always encourage them to be intentional and think about using those words and how they use them. You don't always fail. You don't always succeed. Using those terms is too definitive, I guess is the word. It's not really allowing any wiggle room for changing. Never and always. I mean, they're very, very like, that's a statement. That's like saying, this is never going to happen. So I always tell people, avoid using those terms. Now you can say things like, this doesn't always work out for me, but to say this never happens or this always happens this way and I can't change it is when you start to limit yourself. So when it comes to the idea of perfection, we need to stop striving to be perfect. We need to stop worrying about reaching that level of perfection, because I think it puts a lot of undue stress on us, and I think it also sets us up for failure because it's impossible to achieve perfection. That's the reality of it. So when you think about what it is that you do, or what it is that you're passionate about, or what it is that you have devoted your time, your life, your purpose to, instead of thinking about how to perfect it, instead of worrying about when you will reach the next level, I think that it's a much better path to success to think about it along the lines of just being better than the day before, the week before, the month before, the year before. I think a lot of companies and bigger corporations put a lot of pressure on their employees, and rightly so when there's maybe a lot of money on the table. However, it's a much better game plan to strive to achieve a next level than it is to try to strive to achieve something that isn't possible. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. I hope that maybe the next time you think to yourself something like, I can never get this right, or this always happens, that what I'm saying will kind of just pop in your head and remind you that We're not going to use those words. We're going to use words that are that give you more of a leeway to go up. So we want upward movement. We want practice. We want things to get better and better and better and better in our lives. And we want to just be able to achieve a little more than we did the day before. So I hope that helps you guys. And I love you. I'm praying for you. Peace out.